Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Faith in Despair. Today we're going to watch through all of the feedback that we got from the beta. It's gonna be wild. We have so much feedback. Renderpunk, who is also here in chat already, has sent me like at least a Bible worth of feedback. Also, Jesse was really active, and I think somebody in Trello was really active. So we have a lot to go through, a lot of small things, and a lot of really big things. But before we do that, I will say this. You know, I've been working on my game for a very long time. And there's one thing that always keeps up, being brought up, you know? It's Sport Announce Magic. Good to see you again as well, Renderpunk. I know we have some video that we're gonna watch. Is it a video that you're gonna send me on Discord, or is it just a link, or is it the entire file? So here's the thing. I've been let me start here. I've been told that watching my reels is giving people anxiety because you know, I'm usually in a file here, in a code file, and it's at line 2300 or whatever. But let me do this. Let me just go all the way down into Mariana Trench of the coding file at line 8855, just to make sure that your blood pressure is alright. You know, I always think about my audience, so there you go. You want to send the YouTube link? Alright, let's check it out. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Okay, I also did I actually did a bit of a blue sky shout out. Let's see if we have any responses. Oh, we do have some responses. Let me see. Okay. My current game is a maximum of 609 lines. I mean, that's nice. A game I wrote in the 90s had over 10,000 lines in C++ in one file. However, it was part of the game engine. Okay. I mean, well, structure, lots of macros and conditional sections for performance reasons. Alright, I mean, that's fine. Lots of line of codes in a file usually mean easy to read code versus compact spaghetti code from my experience. Exactly! Exactly! Lots of line of codes in a file usually means easy to read code versus... No, I will not stop. Versus compact spaghetti code. That is exactly what I'm doing here. That's exactly what I'm doing here. I mean, 6,000. That's rookie numbers. You gotta increase the numbers. You know. That is exactly what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. If you just spread out your code into like 1,000 files, well, then you have 1,000 files. Guess what? It doesn't change anything. All right. Hello, Nick. How is it going? What's cooking? Well, we're cooking a lot of code lines. We're cooking the biggest line of in the universe. I just did a bit of a question on Blue Sky, and people responded. So yeah, this is always a bit of an interesting topic because some people say they get anxious when they see that I'm at line 2000. Dude, I have a file with almost 9,000. Okay, 2,000. That's nothing. Okay, the first thing that we're gonna do, if Renderpunk wants me to send me a file later or now, now would be a good time, but we can also do it later, I don't know. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna import the new Japanese and the new Chinese translations because both Toyoch and Horace are already done. They are super fast. They are the fastest localizers in the universe. I'm always so happy to work with them. And we're just gonna import it, and then that part is at least done. So let's go to Russian, Japanese. There we go. And right at the bottom, I think we will just start at the top actually, because I think Toyo actually worked through some of the stuff that already exists. So we're just gonna re-import the entire thing. Look at how many things we have. I mean, half of these are Renderpunk. More than half of these are Renderpunk. So salute to you, Renderpunk. Let's wait for Emotech if he comes because I promised to play his tracks too. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's see. I hope he arrives as well. Doing okay-ish, I suppose. Haven't started work on the translations yet, planning to sit through it either this night or tomorrow. Nice. Thank you very much, Nick. Yeah, so let's open up the translation files for Japanese and we're just gonna copy it over. I'm really excited about this because, you know, all of my localizers, I'm so blessed, to be honest. I'm so blessed because all of my localizers are super hardworking. They're trying to make the localization as high quality as possible. I could not have any better localizer, to be honest. It's really cool. I did have some missteps in the past, but you know, not anymore. We have the best company here. Artwork from Body Pillow is basically done. Just got it sent it for production. That is a sentence that I rarely say, but hats off to you. Almost figured out the stuff about Discobot. Nice. The Body Pillow of you. I need a domain name for it. Oh, you don't need a domain name for the Body Pillow. Is it that big? Okay. Let's just copy it over. I'm gonna, yeah, here's the new one. See, everything is color coded. It's so beautiful. You know, I really enjoy working with people who like what they're doing. It's just so much better than having people that don't like what they're doing. I know it sounds really obvious, but the results always speak for themselves. That's just what it is. Or else I won't be able to reach the bot control panel. I see. Domain for the bot? Okay. I mean, if your Body Pillow wants to live on the internet, why not, right? If there was a camera where we can see the Body Pillow in action, actually, never mind. I retract my statement. Sir, I retract my statement. Thank you very much. Okay, why is this not... Okay, never mind. We probably don't need it. That's fine. So we have Japanese done, and then we have Chinese. Zhonghua. Let's see, Chinese. Let's go at the bottom of it. Wow, look at it. Look at all of these Hanzi. And all of these radicals. Nice. I'm just gonna go to the Chinese. Yep, there we go. Let's paste it all in. Let's see if everything is alright. Seems good. Yeah. We do have some periods here, so this is what RenderPunk mentioned. Yo cat, are you fine? I just gave you something to eat. Here's a funny thing. So for example, the trigger one does not have a period because it's like whenever you stack a creature on top of another, is not really a sentence. I mean, it can kind of be, I guess. But in Chinese, there is a period here, so I need to make a decision here at some point. But yeah, we will see. Hello, Imhotep. How is it going? Imhotep. It's gonna be Sour Body Pillow, but since you're so funny about it, I'm not going to show it to you when I finally get my hands on it. Lol. I mean, you're really showing me. Wow. Absolutely love the energy today. Hello, good to see you. Yeah, good to see you, Imhotep. Good to see you, Nick and RenderPunk. Good to see everybody. The Chinese is complete now, I think. Everything should be fine. I don't think I have anything else right now. No, Russian is in Nick's hands. Spanish is about to be updated. I don't have anybody for Polish yet. French is, I think, in limbo at the moment. I have somebody for Brazilian Portuguese. Nice. Turkish I will have to reach out, and Ukrainian I have to reach out as well. Okay, so let's import. And then we will strictly change to the languages that we have imported and see if anything is broken. Because sometimes...
we all have to wear these ridiculous ties.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Sometimes if I import the languages, it breaks, and I don't want it to break. Actually, wait a minute, now that I think about it. We do have a font here, font change, yes. Let's go to Chinese. Okay, that seems to be fine. Yeah, it seems to be fine. What about Japanese? No, that's not fine. That is not fine. I think Chinese needs to be... Yeah. That is exactly what I'm afraid of. Hello, Tarok, how is it going? Yusuf is in chat. By the way, Ramadan is soon. I don't know if anybody celebrates it in chat, but I was talking to a colleague today, and yeah, Ramadan is starting soon, and then I said, yeah, okay, let me know when Ramadan starts, because then I will not give you any CSS changes to make. I mean, he really doesn't like CSS changes, but who really does like CSS changes? I don't. Okay, let's see, font change. That is not correct. I think it needs to be... Okay, let me just see what happens when I press undo twice. And then go to font change. Press undo again. Keep pressing undo. Because I want to see what the original language was here in Japanese. Oh, it is form regular. That's crazy. Okay. I mean, I can live with that. I can live here. Japanese, let's go. As I always say, Nihongo de Roso. So I guess this is fine. We'll have to check it out. I did an import, so it should be imported and new and up to date. I worked a lot with CSS, SCSS during my apprenticeship. That was kind of fun. I mean, SCSS is kind of fun, as well as less. But I personally think CSS is very fun, but not if it's a very huge project where the CSS is just very overly complicated, because there's a long history, a long commit history, and a lot of you can, if you open this CSS file, you see a lot of these graves of all the programmers that died while working on the CSS file. So it's sorry about that. So it's a bit of a wasteland. Okay, Japanese seems to be fine. Let's go check out a few of the cards here. Yes. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Looks very good. Let's go to Jongo. Also seems really good. Actually, wait a minute. Let me check out a run. Yeah, there was a... See, this is a bit of a problem that I should fix at some point, but not right now. Not right now. Let's go to Jongo. No, Jongo is Chinese. Jongo. Hope you're doing well this fine day. Yes, hope everybody's doing well. How was your weekend, by the way? I had a blast. I had an absolute blast. I was in the gym, pushing the weights. I was in a singing lesson, pushing the chords, the vocal chords. Yeah, I had a blast. I was working on... I don't even know. I was doing a lot of stuff. It was fun. Speaking of, we actually had a pretty cold weather. Minus 25 degrees. Okay, that's not... I would not go out at this point. I would just stay inside. Is that what you're doing? Just staying inside because it's cold? Yeah. Chinese looks fine. It sounds very good. It looks very good. So just gotta wait for the other ones, right? Russian and Co. Let's open up the good old Excel sheet, and we're gonna just fire away at some of the easy ones. I'm gonna import... I'm gonna change this to here, so that it's done. Felt sick, but other than that, it was very cool. Nice. I heard some cool news of Iron Lung movie. I also heard some cool news of Iron Lung movie. Apparently, it is highly regarded. It is a really good movie. And cinemas are selling out all over the place. Even, there was apparently even a cinema around here in Bratislava, which is very close to Vienna. So I guess there's a cinema in Vienna that has Iron Lung as well. I just didn't look it up, but you know. We are hikikomori due to the weather. Yeah, I will say this. I totally understand that. Yeah, I would be a hikikomori as well if it's minus 25 degrees. I would be totally a hikikomori. We have a similar weather situation here too. Nice. No, I'm really excited about Iron Lung. Not only because of the movie, but also because the fact that he just made it, and it's apparently a really good movie. Yeah, I'm just really excited about that. Hikikomori is my lifestyle since 5 years. Not sure what to say about that. Congratulations, or sorry that happened. Apparently already closed over 3 times of its budget. That's really cool. So I guess that means it's gonna be more movies by Markiplier, maybe. I guess there cannot be Iron Lung 2, because that would make a lot of sense, right? Unless they send another one down. I'm not sure. Down to the Blood Moon, I should say. Up to the Blood Moon? Yeah, anyway. We're gonna take a look at the bugs and see if we can find anything that is easy, a low-hanging fruit, if you will. Possible solution for the borders. No, I don't really want to do that. Cover needs to also cover when it would hit the free lane. That is really good. I'm gonna take that. I go for a quick shopping trip. You all behave. All right. I will not ban anybody. Cover needs to cover. So here's the thing. Whenever you have a card with cover, and that is usually only one of the new deities has cover. I'm just gonna go to materials, yes. And I'm gonna look for cover. We are not in materials, yes. We are in cover. In Card Manager. Alle Verweise suchen. I'm on mod duty. Nice. Covering card is this. So here's the thing. We also need to say... We also need to do this when face is about to get hit. So if there is a free lane and you have card with cover, then it should also jump on the free lane, right? That would really be nice. The problem at the moment is if you have a card with cover and it jumps away from the lane, then there's a free lane, so you are open to attack, and that is not what you want. Most of the time, I guess. So I'm gonna add another functionality that when it hits face, it's also gonna hit. It's also gonna cover it for you. I should top my mod. I'm slacking too much. I mean, that is the. Okay, here's the thing. Do you know about QAs and stuff? There is for some QAs in some companies, quality assurance or the bug hunting squad, there is an incentive to have as many bugs as to catch as many bugs as possible, which is the wrong incentive, because at some point they will make up bugs, right? So as a moderator, you cannot really. What would be the incentive to not be a slacking mod? Is it to ban more people? Is it to find more bots? What is the incentive? You know, it's just you being here is good enough, right? Check the Discord for another Iron Lung funny, by the way. All right, I will. But if it's not funny, put Iron Lung back on the chart right now. What is that? Ban me. All right. Oh my god. That message was actually automated. Hello, Jack. So what was the QA question? Let's watch this video first.
So this is funny. This is on Friday. The box office numbers. I'm number one, right? I milked it a lot. I said it. It was very funny. I knew that Sam Raimi's movie was going to pass me eventually by the end of the weekend. But I was like, haha, I'm number one. But then I didn't see this yesterday. But here's Saturday's. So this is Saturday, right? I swear I was on this list. But Iron Lung isn't here anymore. There's no numbers for Iron Lung. It took me off the chart.
Oh no.
Hey, maybe that's a fluke. maybe there's something wrong. But here's Sunday. I wake up this morning, which reports the day before his numbers. I'm gone. I'm not even above.
How is it possible?
I'm nowhere. Zootopia's back up here.
No, we gotta beat Zootopia too.
Melania's up here. I feel like I should just like maybe I'd be fine with here. I'd be fine with being on the chart. Why'd you take me off the chart?
Why was he taking?
Why
was he taken off the chart? There is, We gotta reset the chart. Asked to wait. Damn. There you go. You hit the monthly incentive of at least timing out one user. Imhotep, I was talking about QA and where some companies have this strange incentive for QA to find the most bugs, which is it is such a weird incentive. It's like, so if the game doesn't have bugs, what does that mean? Do you not get the bonus money or what? Do you just invent bugs that are not there? That is the book Out of the Crisis talks a lot about wrong incentives, and this is one of those. So yeah, I was like, my job is done. Terra gets the bonus money for February. He will no longer be a mod for the rest of the month. His job is done. All right, we're gonna copy this over to when Faith gets hit in a second, and then we will see if we get another message, because I'm expecting a message from Renderpunk. Let's see, where's actually Faith getting hit? Faith damage. I think it has to be before that, right? So I would assume player Faith. Player hit. Ah, there it is. Player hit, and here we are. Here we can see the following. We can search for references. You won't believe how many interesting expectations are put on QA. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you have examples, please tell us. That's why my mods have nothing as silly as expected 1 kickback quote on servers where I'm an admin. Yeah, that is, you don't, I don't know, it's just such a silly mindset. It is obviously, actually it's the same incentive as telling a programmer to write a lot of code. That is just, it's just stupid. You cannot put on an incentive and tell programmers that if they don't produce a certain amount of lines every month, then they are not good enough. What does that mean? You cannot. And you know what what happens nowadays is there is an AI mandate where programmers are forced to use AI to generate code, and people are actually looking at how many tokens they are using. So if you're not using a lot of tokens, that means you're not doing a lot of work. You're not generating a lot of code. It's just so stupid. I don't know what is going on. And this whole forcing people to use AI thing just doesn't make any sense. It's just like, yeah, I have to use my tokens. I guess I will just use it on something. I guess this old piece of code needs some updates, so I will just throw that into Cursor or whatever and generate something. And if you think about it, it's just everything is a waste. Like the generated code is just such a waste of time and resources. It's crazy to me. Yeah, good mod as long as you're a good representation of the company you basically work on. Yeah. How many black shirts do you have? I have at least one. It's about as bad as having hourly wages for content production. I mean, I guess it depends on the project, I would say. But yeah, finding many bugs is usually for entry-level testers. But as you said, very non-representative. Yeah. It's like you find at least 10 bugs. Okay, I mean, or else we will not hire you or what? It's just I don't know. I guess people in the search for something measurable are trying so hard to find anything, right? That produces some kind of number. And in terms of bugs, yeah, cool. That's a number that goes up, but it's not representative of the work that the QA is doing. It's not. I don't know. I mean, what is the job of QA? The job of a QA is to maybe prevent bugs or whatever, right? I don't even know how to properly. Maybe you don't need to measure, you know? But some people say, yeah, you need to measure. I need numbers. So I can give you a raise or not a raise or fire you. I don't know. So in the end, it's just all about a number in an Excel sheet. And it's just kind of weird. Instead of letting people do quality work and trust them that they will do the work, we have all of these weird measurements that don't make any sense. It's just very strange. And then they're firing people, and they're firing the best people. They're firing senior coders because they just always use the time reviewing code written by others, so they don't produce their own code. So it looks like they're not working. It's so backwards. Oh, what is that? Excel? Excellent, yeah. If you can produce quality content in less time than average production time without harming quality, and then hourly rate certainly hurts you. Oh yeah, that's true. If you pay somebody by the hour, but it's a novice, then it is way different than if you pay the same amount of hourly rate to an expert. It just doesn't make any sense, right? Hello T-Bag, how's it going? How was or how is Chirpy stream? Because I saw you earlier. Hope you slapped that mint. Slap that mint, T-Bag. Hope you didn't forget. Oh my god. But yeah. We are going to take a look at when a player gets damaged and we have a creature with cover, it should move over, right? I'm assuming it's not as easy as I thought it would be, but we will see. Any attack. There we go. Activate card on card. So if we have a... let me see, what can we do here? We can have a covering card. I guess we will have to check for all of the cards that are in play and then move it over, right? I guess that's it, yeah. What does cover card do? Because I'm already a card manager, so I should be able to see it. Covering card, alright. There is no distressed lane, so I guess what we have to do is we would have to make a separate function, right? Yeah. I'm slapping it right now. Wow. That is insane. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at the shop carpet instead for now, because it seems a little bit too much at the moment. Okay, there's a very simple thing that I want to look at. And it's because the new carpet, the new shop carpet, does not receive shadows at the moment. And I want to have it receive shadows. And I think there is just a setting in the sprite. So we will see. I hope there is. Because I seem to remember... Let me see. We're gonna get to a shop, hopefully. Yes, there we are. I'm not at Chapter stream, was just saying hi, but had to get back to work. Now at home and only got eyes for you. And maybe new baked bread. Oh, that's very sweet of you. I will not tell my chirp if you don't say anything. Let's see. I have the background for shop, UI, shop carpet. Is there a way I can tell it to receive shadows? Meaning Fury QA is quite complex. It's not just about bugs, but also detecting functional inconsistencies, making sure everything is working as designed. And yeah, preventative measures like extensive test plans and organizing fixes and features into the release pipeline, right? It will be our little secret, including chats. Yeah, the chat is secure. Don't worry about it. Yeah, QA is about more than just finding bugs, right? It's making sure that the game is in a playable state always, and yeah, I mean, I've worked with a professional QA once. It is insane what kind of work they're doing. It's really crazy. So I used to be like, I know somebody who was looking for a job in the game industry and was like, hey, maybe you can try starting with a QA job, right? But man, QA is not easy. Not easy at all. As an entry job, yeah. It can get really crazy. Like, you're expected to do a lot. To make videos, to make clips, and to categorize them correctly. Lists and lists and of bugs and suggestions, and sometimes you don't even know if something is a bug or not. So you're kind of like, is this intended or not? Basically what Renderpunk is doing, yeah. He is playing Facing Despair, and then he witnesses something and he's like, did you mean to do that? Or and I'm like, I totally meant to do that. Of course. Running after every department to ensure there are no gaps in terms of vision, overall expectations, documentation, and depending on the project overall. Process optimization, right. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't seem like there is a simple thing where I can say sorting layer, render layer mask. No, that's not really a simple thing. Update mode? No, this is for the animator. Okay. The only other thing that I can try is maybe a different material with shadows. I seem to recall that it did something like that. Drop shadow. No. I just tried something there, yeah. That's not it. Sounds like my last job. Oof. Yeah. Okay. Let me just go through a list again. So what I'm currently doing is I'm currently trying to evaluate if something is easy or not, or how much time something takes. For example, if you put something on a creature lane, there could be a button where you can just switch the buttons on the lane, for example here, and then the button would appear here, right? But it's not that easy. Obviously, it's not that easy. There's not a lot of room for that, so I will have to think of something. So a lot of these I cannot immediately implement because they require some more pre-work or whatever. This is also interesting, where it requires a different target. I'm still kind of dreaming. These jobs feel like they pay you in headaches. I mean, yeah, that's true. But you're really trained at the end of the day. I'm still kind of dreaming of a work akin to community manager, game master in some MMO game. Although as a Discord admin on... damn it. As a Discord admin on a bunch of official game servers, I can see how community managers are worn out. Yeah. So much so that they are just stuck in doing stuff higher ups order them to do, and mod team is basically handling Discord community as a whole. I mean, what else are they supposed to do? If it's if it's the mod team handing over stuff, then it's a bit weird, I guess. Yeah. But what are the orders that are coming through? Moderator representation of a company is all more important because of this. Conclusion: community manager job is a pain. Yeah, I guess I can see that. Yeah. From what I've seen from Pirate Software, they have said in the past that the moderators see a lot of stuff that you don't want to see. Yeah. I was bordering on burnout all the time, and in the end it was all in vain because the company went bankrupt because the bosses made the wrong decisions. Yeah. Were they trying to mandate AI usage? You hear this kind of story a lot. I had similar situation with my last job. It sucks, yeah. Yeah, sometimes you have the wrong captain at the helm of the ship. It is what it is, right? I know of a company right now that also changed CEOs recently, and the new CEO is really strange. He writes emails, I think, with ChatGPT, where it's like a lot of emojis and stuff, and you're like, what? Did he write that himself, or did he just AI let AI do it? So here, for example, shop music cuts off when opening blessings inside of a shop. Okay, when I have a shop, and I think the last one was right around the corner. Let me go to the shop, please. using emojis in emails. Yeah, I know. No, this is. He was like. He was almost at the end of every sentence using emojis, and it's just really sus, you know, because the only one who's using emojis nowadays feels like is ChatGPT. Everybody else has kind of distanced themselves from emojis. I don't know if that's true, but it surely feels like that. So, for example, if I'm in a shop here and I go to the blessings here, it is not an easy fix, unfortunately. The problem is that the shop and the way that the blessings are displayed are using the same class. So what I need to do is have a derivative class that extends from the basic inventory class and call it a shop class or whatever. And then I can have two open at the same time. And I need to do that for, I guess, just pull out the shop and then everything else should be fine. But yeah, these things are not that simple, unfortunately. And it's not because I have a 9,000 line files, okay? It's not because of that. We have a weird hover bug in the battle log. Yeah, that's crazy actually. Let's I'm gonna reset my game and check out the battle log in the cleanest state. Our mods have access to mod mail, which handles both Discord reports as well as reports on game issues. As a result, our team tends to sometimes also handle some of simpler issues, where moderators simply direct members to provide necessary info that is typically needed to provide faster support. Interesting. So that's a lot of, yeah, I mean, nothing screams competence like emojis. Yeah, exactly. I saw that email today and I was really confused. On one of my servers, we had Facebook login, and after a few months, it got disabled. Facebook login. And a lot of people lost access to their account. Facebook login. They were reaching via Discord and recovered their accounts. A mod team ended up gathering information from each user necessary for recovering and rebinding accounts to new emails. That's crazy. That is crazy work. Wow. Facebook login in the game didn't clarify. Okay. Yeah, so you have to restore them because I thought it's for Discord. That was a little weird because it's like, yeah, I don't care if the users are gone who use Facebook login. But I guess if it's for a game, yeah, then it's a bit more critical. Yeah, that's true. But still, that's a lot of work. Let me open up the battle log. So this is the cleanest battle log that I can find. I have no idea how that happened. Oh, there it is. That's the... If you click on glossary. Okay, let's try it again. Yeah, okay, that's... What I'm doing right now, I'm just going through the list and see what is... how tough these are, so I'm not gonna open up a can of worms right now, but I just wanna see how deep the rabbit hole goes, really. Battle log opens button for inventory settings. Oh yeah. That is, let's see. Right, there are hover area in the background, which should not be a thing, right? This happens when I click on glossary, so I'm gonna make a note here. This happens... Oh yeah, you actually wrote it. In a battle log glossary upon starting a new game. Okay. After... But I'm just writing it for myself. After clicking glossary. Yeah, a lot of these probably harder than it seems, but we will see. Okay, this should be easy. Resetting the profile and see if it doesn't reset battle log. Okay, let's take a look at that. It's a ghost battle log. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It seems like it's the initial log entry that is being used here, but there's no reference to a log action display, so I guess I will have to take a look at that. Information was corrected and we just ping out CM to collect information and the issue would get resolved CM next day. Nice. But yeah, that's a lot of work. Anything that has to do with a large amount of data is just super cumbersome. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at the profile. I think there's a profile class, right? Profile master. Reset profile. Read reset progress, yes. Where's the confirmation? Confirm. Wait a minute, what? Update profile arrow, profile text. Okay, where is this called? Profile. CS. Profile page. Okay, maybe that's it. Reset profile. Agree reset progress. Okay, here we go. We can say card game manager. Reset. Oh, no, we have a battle log, right? Reset. What is the battle log? The battle log is of class battle log. Cool. Most mods were just too afraid to even do it. Yeah, I can see why, because it is... I mean, I would even say that's a bit of a privacy issue, to be honest, because you're handling emails and manually linking them to Facebook. I don't know. It seems like there's a bit of a thing going on there, but I don't know. I don't know. Display log, add, log actual physical. Okay, is there a reset where it just resets everything? Reset log displays, maybe that's it. No, okay, I'm gonna say public void reset log. I'm just gonna, or maybe I should just call it reset battle log. There it is. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna set, say reset battle log. Reset log displays. And there should be a list of log actions here, yes. And I'm gonna just reset it. There it is. Let's see if this is working. Battle log, reset battle log. That should be it. And I think we should also do this when ending a run. So you don't have stuff from the previous run inside of your battle log. That is always a bit weird. A lot of people seem to prefer mod mail over the official game support email, probably because of shorter response time. Right, yeah. Wait a minute. Do I have some news? Okay, I have some small news. The podcast might be coming back soon. Might. And the other one is that I'm doing a collab with, I think I mentioned it last time, right? I'm doing a collab with, check the generalist. I'm gonna shout it out again. I think that's gonna happen on next Sunday, next Thursday. So it's gonna be, yeah, next Thursday, I think. At least we have set a date for now. It's gonna be a podcast stream with Jack. It's gonna be really interesting. So definitely check out his streams. Might, not will. I just don't want to promise anything, okay? My prototype was played officially on the Twitch stream. Is that enough to be able to be a guest on your podcast? When was that? When was that? But yeah, it's gonna be on a Thursday, and it's mainly... Oh, yesterday. I mean... That's cool. Can you also link us the prototype as well, so we can maybe also check it out? And speaking of guests, we are not sure yet how to so we're currently trying to find a rhythm with just the two of us, and but I was thinking about inviting guests at some point, so yeah. No peeking, all right. I wanted to steal your ideas, but hey. I guess I'm not gonna be a millionaire. T-Pack not peaking, yeah. No, we're still trying to find the rhythm, and we will see. Let's check out the next fight and add something to the log. All right, that looks good. Now what if I... Actually, this should probably also happen when I switch the profile, right? It should just happen whenever I... yeah, when switching profile, resetting profile, and end turn, ending a run. Let's try that. I already told you my ideas. Space Invader was chasing invaders. Invite me so I can ask you all sorts of questions. Actually invite Liz, yeah. Yeah, at some point we will invite guests, but yeah, we are figuring it out at the moment. So if I'm over here, it should already be reset, and it is currently not being reset. So I will also do it for switching profiles. I mean, there's another question. If you switch profiles, then you should not be able to continue the current run, right? That's a bit weird. I'm just gonna write it down for myself. If switching after switching profiles should not be able to continue playing save game from previous profile. That is gonna be weird. But it just doesn't make any sense if you keep playing from a save game from a different profile. I mean, I cannot stop you at the moment, so maybe this already happened. But I also don't wanna just throw away the save game. So this is gonna be very delicate. But yeah, we're focusing on the battle log right now. I'm peak T-Vac, not peaking T-Vac. Yeah. But yeah, my plan was to, if we can make this a regular thing, which I'm hoping it will be a regular thing, then we are gonna invite some guests. That's the plan. And I'm really excited about it. And the thing about Jack, the generalist, is that he's gonna be the VFX artist for Faith in Despair. So we're gonna maybe also talk about this a little bit in the podcast. But this is not the Chirpy podcast. This is actually the podcast of Jack. So Jack has his own podcast, and I'm gonna be a guest for his podcast. But we're also gonna be restreaming. So it's everybody has a podcast now. As we say it in Russian. Made a Python. Made a Python. Nice. Made a typo. That's a good one. Okay. The battle log is reset here, and we're also gonna do it when we switch the profile. Switch profile. There we go. Reset battle log. All right. So I'm gonna move it over. Because this is done, but we're also going to reset the battle log after ending a run. Let's plus after ending a run. Game over or winning? Winning, abandon. I think the function should be the same, it's just called end run. End run. There it is. I'm gonna... Oh. Where is my... There it is. We are in a carp game manager, so let's just reset the battle log and be done with that. Nice. So that should be a bit cleaner now. It is a podcast inception, yes. When I have a prototype with an actual game loop so you can play a few minutes, I will share each IO page, but it's nothing much right now. Okay. I'm really looking forward to that, T-Bag. I'm really looking forward to it. Let's open up another game and fill up the battle log once again. Alright, I'm gonna play a spell here. I'm gonna check out the battle log. The battle log has some stuff. There is actually just a... This is just a bug? I cannot even go to a glossary. Nice. And I'm gonna abandon a run. Nice. Okay, thank you. Oh, I'm in the wrong profile now. Cool. And I'm gonna start a new run. Actually, it should probably also be clear when starting a new run. Oh, that's crazy. Because if you don't abandon it and just start a new one, that is also a case where we need to reset the battle log, I would say. There's a lot going on here, so I'm just gonna put it here. There we go. If you would start Faith in Despair today, would you make it in Godot or stick with Unity? That is a good question. If I would start Faith in Despair today, would I make it on Godot or Unity? Okay, here's the reason why I'm making it in Unity right now. It is because this project is based on the previous two projects. So in the previous two projects, I've already solved many problems. For example, controller support, achievements, localization, everything, right? There are a lot of solutions already in place. So when I started making Faith in Despair, I could basically just fill in content and just start making the card game, because even the pause menu, options menu, everything was already there. I was basically modding my own game to make a card game. This was one of the big reasons why I decided to stick with Unity when I started this. And I believe if I did it now, I would still stick with Unity probably. But it's getting harder to stick with Unity, I would say. The only real issue right now that I have is releasing on console with Unity is a little bit easier, I would say, still with Unity, because at the moment for Godot, you need a third-party company that does it for you. And for Unity, you can just get it done. It's not easy, but it is a lot easier, because if you want to find a publisher, the question that I got asked is your game running on Unity? And I say yes, and then they say, okay, that's a good answer. So having it on Godot, it is possible to get a console release, but it's not as straightforward, I would say. Otherwise, Godot is getting better and better. So the choice is going to be definitely harder in the future, in the next few years. It's not going to be as straightforward. Especially because Unity is getting slower and slower. It's yeah. Let me just clear out of this. I think console ports is still a big problem with Godot, sadly. Yeah, that's the only thing where I'm saying, okay, this is holding me back a little bit. Also, but this is just a personal preference. C# works in Godot because I know the creator of Lost Swords is using it for his game. Shout out to Lost Swords, maybe. Lost Swords. This game was made in Godot entirely, also using C#. Really, really cool. I think the C# support is not like 100% or whatever. There's still some drawbacks. I'm not certain about this, so maybe everything was fixed in regards to C#. But I seem to recall there was some problem with the web development build, the WebGL build. So that is also a thing where I'm a bit hesitant. And just in general, that the engine is just at some point it requires you to maybe contribute a bit to the issue tracker or whatever. That is still a bit of a thing for me because I like to rely a little bit on the engine and not really tinker with the engine itself, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, that is a minor thing, I would say. Overall, though, I really liked working with Godot the few times I tried it. So yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe the next game, or maybe I will just make a small game, a game jam game or whatever, and just try it out and finish something with Godot. Godot is definitely getting a lot better. You have to get even slower. Muscle relaxants help. Oh. Welcome back, Tarok. Improve Unity by increasing brain delay. I see. So you mean the older I get, the faster Unity would seem to me? Okay. Sounds like a great solution. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe. Let's see if the battle log is cleared now. After starting, ending a run. There we go. Quick poll, do I stream today or not? Yes. Yes, why not? After all, why not? Let's go into a fight and add some stuff to our battle log. Battle log has been filled. Now I'm gonna go back to the title, continue, and the battle log should still be there, yes. But if we return to title and start a new game, like this, battle log is clear. Alright, this is already an improvement, because it was like a little bit confusing since we had battle log entries of the previous run. That was a bit weird. Okay, we ticked off one. Very low-hanging fruit. Scared? I love Godot, but I'm also cautious. Guess I have to look at how Godot does multiplayer at some point. Yeah. I have no idea about multiplayer in Godot, to be honest. But overall, yeah. Again, I would say that Godot is only gonna get better from this point. So especially with gaming studios or game studios embracing Godot, like the creators of Slay the Spire 2. It's just, I think it's really exciting. Don't be scared. Yeah, here, let's shout out to Tarok. So whenever he goes live, check out the stream. I need to head out for a bit, might jump in again later. Hope you're having fun streaming, guys. Alright, Imhotep, I will see you later. Maybe. Okay, what's the next one? Battle log closing sound is penned hard left for some reason. That's gonna be a little weird in stream. Listening to sounds, I'm gonna do it later. Noses Clarkma sounds penned hard, right? Yes. Arrows are misaligned. Oh yeah, that's wait a minute. Okay, you want to fight? I'm down. Let's not fight if you're already down. Yeah. That's true, man. Arrows are misaligned. Yep, that is true. Puts up his legs. It's like taking baby from a candy, which is fine for me. Wow. Wow. Nick Tsunade is super evil. Holy shit. Next Monday, Godot meetup. Still planning to go? Yes, absolutely. I'm planning to go because of 2 reasons. Very good reasons. Actually, 3 reasons. Wow. The first reason, Teabag is gonna be there. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. The second one is Lufticus Games is gonna hold a presentation there. It's he has been working on a racing game, and I'm not sure what he's gonna show off this time. I think it's related to his racing game. It's called Dragon Gate Tournament. can check that out here. And the other one is Max, apparently also holding a presentation. The guy who made Lost with Swords. So it's gonna be one hell of a ride. It's like the bee's knees of the game devs. Tarek, we actually Tarek very long. Or I might be there too next week. Nice. It's gonna be amazing. Everybody in chat is gonna be there. Nick is gonna be there. Tarok is gonna be there. Emotep is gonna be there. Renderpunk. Everybody is going to be in Austria. The Goro meetup is gonna explode, and everybody's like, "What the hell is happening?" And yeah, Renderpunk is gonna call everybody Maka Bro. Oh my god. So I'm gonna restart my first profile and I'm gonna start a new run, and then I'm gonna see why the arrows are misaligned. I shall be there in spirit. Alright. If I'm going to feel a cold shiver across my spine, I'm gonna say, oh, it's Nick Sinali. Yeah, he's here in spirit. Scusi, where do I have to be? I said everybody's gonna be in the Godot meetup here in Vienna next week. And I was totally serious, by the way. I feel threatened by Nick. Okay, let's start a run. I can try the English today. Maybe that's a good sign to start streaming, because then you don't have to type. You can just talk. Kill me already? I mean, Tarok is like the fly holding the shotgun. Just end it already. Do it yourself. Nick coming in with the Russian temperament. I should have been born in Austria. Renderpunk doing an interview, and the interviewer asked, "Do you have any regrets in life?" And he's like, "Yeah, I should have been born in Austria, man." Where did I go wrong? I should have been born in Austria. I picked the wrong exit. Oh man. That's no peak Tarok. Okay, let's see. Faith, it is who you are. It is what keeps you going. Please creatures to protect yourself. Okay, let me see. The arrow is misaligned. Warning! The arrow is misaligned. The only thing I polish is the Russian localization. After I made all the mistakes, yeah. I thought the sentence was going somewhere else, but yeah, gladly it did not go there. Let me see. It needs to be around -1. Yeah, almost exactly -1. Okay, let me find the thing for this. I think it's in Cutscene Manager. Not in Cutscene Manager, I mean Cutscene Manager. Master? Okay. Where is the stream, Tarok? Where is the fucking stream, Tarok? Okay. I think this is the first tip. Let me see. Tip 1. Or is it the start cutscene? I think the arrow is here somewhere. Yeah. This is it. Where's my Manning Lebowski? If you keep pressuring me, you can find the stream idea in the recycle bin with all the other ideas I had. The cute scene manager. No stress, no pressure anymore. Fine, I'll do it myself. Fine, I will stream myself on Wednesday. Okay, everybody. Shout out to... Oh my god. Is this the wrong one? No. Let's do a stream together. No. Remember what Ghostbusters said? Images and images. I'm gonna be right back. Behave.
Are you sure this is the right way?
Nick Sinelli says it's time for Austrian dialect.
Let's go.
Did it still cross the stream multiple times? Are you a Ghostbuster? If not, then you should not cross streams. Use pigeons all. Oh, you are? Okay, never mind. Never mind. We have a Ghostbuster over here. Oh my god. Imagine Austrian Mario. Yahoo, Alter. Yahoo. He would probably not say Yahoo. He would say, "You're the lady." That's what an Austrian Mario would be like. Hello, Attack the Dawn. How is it going? You come in at the right time. I also have a certificate somewhere. You have a Ghostbuster certificate? Wow. How many ghosts do you have in your basement, Teruk? How many? Because I think it requires at least a dozen right? To qualify as a Ghostbuster. Going well, and you, how's your project coming along? My project is coming along very nicely. I have the best QA people in the world. You see how many errors they find? It's crazy. And localization is going well, and the update is going well. I just released the beta on Friday. Yeah, people are playing it, people are enjoying it. What can go wrong? And how are you doing? I let them free because I didn't have anything to catch anymore, so I can catch them again. Ah, so you're farming your own ghosts. That's interesting. But yeah, the fact that you weren't there when I got it out doesn't mean you get a pass on skipping Austrian dialect. Oh. I mean. But how is your project going, Attack the Dawn? How's the release going? Is it all released? I seem to remember because you have the demo out, right? The project is going well. 3D model and building one of the next errors. Nice. If you want, please share a link to your project to a Steam page so people can wish it. That would be very nice. Attack the Dawn is working on a really cool horror game based on the Mothman. So yeah. Okay, let me get into the Austrian dialect for a second here. Schauen wir mal. That's the most important word if you want to learn Austrian. Schauen wir mal. Very important. Alright. Die Pfeile sind noch immer nicht aligned. Das heißt vermutlich, dass wir da die Position anpassen müssen. Ist das der erste Tipp oder der erste Cutscene? Ich glaube, das war der erste Cutscene. There it is, Prophecy, yes. There we go. And also shout out. Because I think we rated her last time, right? But definitely check out the stream. And enjoy all of the live modeling and live game deving. If you like what you see, check out the stream as well. And please wish it helps. Everything helps. I hope you're... I just realized you have a friend infatuated by moths. It sounds a little bit like he has a moth problem, but... Not sure if that is a good thing. Okay. But yeah, you know, working on the update. There's a lot of things that I still want to do for the update, but I need to get the update out fast. Because there's Steam Next Fest upcoming. Then I'm going to be 2 weeks at GDC. And afterwards is I think there's already the spring sale, right? So there's really not much time to push the update out. Gotta do it now. Thanks for the clip. I'll probably be too scared to play it, but I'll try the demo. Alright. Do you have a... Mothman is definitely a weird critter. I mean, yeah, that's for sure. Do you have a release time frame? I think I asked it actually in your chat, but I don't remember at the moment. Might also confuse it with another one. And how is the demo reception so far? Do people like it? Are they enjoying it? She also like horrors beyond human comprehension. Okay. Alright, I think there's a name for that. What's the name for that? Oh my god, you guys know what I'm talking about. The thing that you're doing in Elden Ring and stuff. Our game is not too scary. Lovecraftian, but also there's something with space. Our game is not too scary, we're calling it cozy horror. A few jump scares, but mostly suspenseful. Ah. Cozy horror. You get jump scared and also hugged at the same time. It's like, whoa! Cosmic horror. Yeah, thank you very much. That's what I'm looking for. The thing you do in Elden Ring. You died. No, I was talking about cosmic horror. Cosmic horror has is definitely something really, really exciting. There's something really intriguing about it. I don't know. It just feels so small and just so like absolutely nothing compared to these ancient beings where you're not even sure if it's living or not. It's just something completely different, and I find it extremely fascinating. The stranger the better. We hope to put out the full release sometime in Q2. Nice. She does like cosmic horrors. Nice. This is playing cozy horror regularly. Voices of the Void it's called. Nice and cozy. Voices of the Void seems really cozy, especially with all of the Half-Life sounds. All of the copied, stolen Half-Life sounds. I still don't know how to get away with it. Bloodborne was a great cosmic horror, absolutely. Bloodborne and Elden Ring are two of my favorite games of all time. They're really, really good. I don't think Sekiro counts cosmic horror, but I guess there was a bit of it as well, right? Or is it just general legends and myths or whatever? Royalty-free Half-Life sounds. There we go. Yeah. I just don't understand how that is possible, because they're making money off the game and they're just using copyrighted sounds. But okay, it's not. I'm not Wave. I'm not Wave. I am below the law. Voices of the Void is above the law. But it is what it is. Okay. Do I have a cutscene manager here somewhere? I mean, where's the cutscene for the first one? Activate death, yes. Show current cutscene line routine. This is just one line. Ah, I seem to recall what happens. I think the cutscene is in... Is it in a JSON file? Oh my god. Is it really? Open into Explorer, please. Well, they're not selling it per se. It's not even released yet. Well, they have a Patreon with, I think, $10,000 a month. I don't know what that is. I guess it's just side money. Money laundering, I don't know. But we're not selling Half-Life sounds. No, it's fine. It's fine. I guess at some point Half-Life 1 is gonna be open source.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Campaign day start. No, that's not it. Enemies data? No. Tutorial save state? That's to cover all the custom models that Monique makes. Ah, okay. So this is... okay. Patreon only covers the models. I see. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Definitely outside of the law. Okay, this is very interesting. I don't know where the cutscenes are stored at the moment. Let me see. Cutscene. Master. There we go. Yo, Yusuf. Ich verwende das Shure M7B. SM7B. Quicker than I thought. Hello, Emotep. Models and I think some hosting and work concept artists, I have to assume. Sure. I mean, I'm kind of half joking. It's like the fact is that they're getting money, right? For the game. And even if they want to sell it at some point on Steam or whatever, they have to tick some checkbox where Valve asks them, hey, are you using any copyrighted material that you do not have access to? And then they're gonna be like, well, yes. Let's see, Mick, are you sure about that? Let me see. Yeah. Sure. I'm certain. That doesn't work. Next cutscene line, finish cutscene, pen down, pen up. I think there is some kind of arrow function, right? Tip routine. I guess this might be it. It says player health bar. Hide arrows. But this is what I don't understand. Because there are 2 arrows. That's a little strange. Player despair bar. There we go. Tip routine 2. That doesn't make a lot of sense, to be honest. Time for me to drop off. It's about time when my friends typically get up for BNS. Remind me what that is. Broken Sword? Are you playing Brook and Sword? Sure, mix are great. Used some of my music career, really robust. I agree. This one is the... I hope this is the last mic that I ever need. It's really good. I'm very tired, need to slap that mint. Slap that mint. Have a good stream, Mr. Streamers here. Have a good night, Nixon, and have a good stream on Wednesday. Renderpunk, do you have a video for us? They're playing the Sword Hero? Ah. See you next time. Blade and Soul. Ah. I see. Actually, I don't see. What is that? What is that? Oh, there it is. Cool. Blade and Soul. Oh, it's by NCSoft. Interesting. Fully remastered. Ah. I see. Is it time? Okay, what is the video? Airing out frustrations about still in live presentation? Oh no. Alright. Okay, so here's the thing, everybody. Renderpunk had a live stage for the Stillleben remix that he did. Okay, I'm gonna link you the remix really quickly so to get some context. Let me see, which one of these is it? Album EP, there it is. Okay. He actually made a remix album of that, of my Stillleben album, and you can check that out here. And apparently there went something wrong or whatever. I don't know. We're gonna check it out together.
Alright, hello my macabros. I'm Renderpunk, as you might not know, so hello. I just wanted to
Macabros.
have a minute to talk about Saturday's album presentation ceremony and how it all went to shit. There's no other way of saying that. There were a lot of
Oh my god.
not even the technical difficulties, but organizational moments. The band that was supposed to perform first was extremely late. They didn't show up to the sound check, so the whole schedule of things had to be shifted around last minute.
No.
Which I think caused a lot of the well, understandably stress to the organizer, and maybe he was not really level-headed under
Extremely
these
cute kid.
circumstances, but we did not perform any sound check at all. A couple
No.
of bands that was
Okay, that's
scheduled to even practice.
that even scared the cat. It's like, no sound check. I'ma leave. Dude.
Before going on stage.
Oh my God.
Were only given like 10 minutes to do that. It's not even the whole song, not even the
That
time
is
to plug in
terrible.
and kind of get acquainted with the stage. Me being a DJ, I just plugged 2 of my jacks and said, "Yeah, I'm done. That's all my sound
He's
checks
like, all right, I'm done.
that I need."
That's not a subject.
And the rest of the window between the sound check and the event start was taken too long because they were waiting on this band that was running late. Because you still
That's
have to,
crazy.
plug in guitars, bass, drums.
Wait a minute. So the band before that was just a regular rock band, I guess, and you were there as a DJ with dance music. Is that correct?
Levels, all of that. There was just no time. So what happened was, the whole event, the whole venue was 2 hours late. We just sat on the second floor on the couches in like train station lounge of sorts. It was just waiting. People
Wait a minute. That's crazy.
pouring in.
No.
There's no music playing. There's no one behind the bar.
What?
So, people were beginning to leave, and seeing that kind of gets to you at some point. And so the band that was supposed to perform in the middle was shifted to be the first ones. They haven't practiced. They basically said, "Oh, we just, have fun."
You have not practiced.
Their
What does that
performance was not very well received. A lot of the people left, and those who stayed were in this awkward position of, well, that was pointless and that was unnecessary.
Oh my God.
Immediately after that, I'm getting called from the bar, like, "You're going now." I didn't know that. I was going last because my music is the heaviest and I'm the DJ and I'm staying until late, until the whole venue shuts down, basically.
Right.
It did not go well. I had much better performances playing to the empty venue. There was just me, the security guard, and the bartender. It was better than playing to a packed bar of just awkward glares.
Oh my God.
No one is dancing. No one is, shuffling to the music. No one is filming even.
What?
Everyone is just...
That is insane, dude.
I played for 20 minutes. I was ready to go die somewhere in a ditch because it was just unbearable. And I played all the tracks. I've hit every transition. I have a video. I cannot bring myself to watch it because I've set the camera and everything. It wasn't good. And so
Wow.
what I think I'll do is just
Sounds like a typical jam event. Oh my God. I once had a gig with mixed genres, was a mess, but was the organizer's fault. I mean, yeah, that's it.
record all of that again and put it on YouTube with maybe like a static picture, because posting a video of the event would be too unbearable to watch.
It is. Understandable.
After that, there was a huge gap after me. There was no one going on stage after me
There was another gap.
for maybe like half an hour. So, people were distressed and put in this awkward position already. They were beginning to leave. Thankfully,
But it was
this
free,
band
right?
shows
I mean,
up. They
was it a paid event or was it free?
play okay-ish. Crowd gets moving. kids get to mosh and all of that. Then the headliners go on stage, and at that point, there's just, I don't know, 20 people maybe out of 100.
Man, that's insane. After all of the thing that you
I
prepared.
cannot really recall what happened next because I was just hugging the bar counter. I was just downing
was a
my
baby.
miseries with alcohol, excessive amount. But thankfully, after that, I kind of made up for this unsatisfactory performance. I was playing until late as scheduled. I went late. I went last.
Oh,
I
you went
played all
again?
of my electro, all of my drum and bass. I played a lot of the Imhotep tracks. I think
Ooh.
there's stories, people filming, maybe like 3 or 4 people that were left, and my
Nice.
fiance. Yeah, we then just packed and went home. I have nothing other to say.
Wait, so you went twice?
It was supposed to be big. It was supposed to be grandiose.
Mm,
Sometimes these things just happen. You just gotta accept them.
yeah.
And it taught me, not to expect much, I guess. And not drink as much. That's for sure. Yeah. I've been rambling for a long time. I'm sorry. So enjoy the rest of the stream. I'll be in chat somewhere. So, have fun. Take care. I love you. And yeah, bye.
Bye, Renderpunk. Well, thanks for the rambling. That was very insightful. I would say the fact alone that you tried was definitely worth it, I guess, because it could have gone both ways. But man, I would say this, an event like this, I think it's not your first time, right, doing this. So you probably had your share of bad experiences, but I hope it is not, would I do it again? Absolutely. There we go. Yeah. I'm just saying that, you gotta get back on the horse, not and not let it get to you too much. But yeah, that's crazy. Actually, people staring at you and like like zombies. Oh my god! But yeah, hey, you have a really cool voice, by the way. You look like a very handsome young man. So I think you will get a lot of you will get a lot more chances. The Spotify link you shared is your remix of Renderpunk's music. These are the remixes that Renderpunk did of my music is. Originally, Stillleben was supposed to be, it is a very chill album where there's not a lot happening, basically. You can check out the original here. And he was like, hey, you know what? This could actually work as a dance track. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. It's like, it sounds really, really cool. So he made, I think, 3 remixes, right? Of remixes of 3 songs, but like 4 or 5 in total, something like that. Yeah, here it is. Because it's Eternal Sun, Inner Haze, and Time of Death. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 songs, but 6 tracks. Yeah. And he made it really fast too. So, and then we were all excited because he was like, yay, I'm gonna play it in front of like, I don't know, 100 people or something like that. But yeah, and then the first band does not show up, of course. Mothership Remix Gang, hashtag. Thanks for having faith and despair in me. Yeah. No, but good on you for still giving it a try and not despairing too much. Just gotta keep going, man. I've read the book by Steve Martin, and there were a lot of situations like these where sometimes he was even called off stage because people did not get his jokes and stuff. You just gotta keep doing it. By the way, guys, do you have any tracks made that may fit for a stream? Starting a screen? I mean, Just look through all of their portfolio. I'm sure you find something. I personally think if you're having a chill stream, then you can take a look at the Emotep remixes, right? Can you make a remix of the remixceptioning? Yeah, I think you definitely can. Cat in Betty soundtrack. Let's go with the Cat in Betty soundtrack for the stream of Tarok. I personally really like remixing stuff. Remixing is so cool. I used to be one of the kids, one of the teenagers that would always buy the small CDs because you know the separate CDs where it's only about one song in the charts, because they always had remixes of those songs and it was always so fascinating. And one of the best ones was the CD with the Mission Impossible soundtrack. Let me find it. Mission Impossible CD remixes. I mean, in the 90s? Old! Look for old stuff. Ah, there it is. There it is. Dude, this is so good. So these are the regular Mission Impossible soundtrack, right? The first one is like the typical Mission Impossible soundtrack. But, and I will just play this, even if it screws up my ad revenue, whatever, my 2 cents. I will just play this. It is so good. Adam Clayton. I hope it's available. Is that it? I think that's it. Dude, this is so good. Oh my god. Yeah. This goes so hard, man. You would not expect this from a Mission Impossible soundtrack. This is what remixes are doing. It's like experimenting, going into crazy directions and stuff. It's so good. This is really good. I love this bass line. It's what are people saying nowadays? It's living rent-free in my head. That's a prime example. That's a perfect example of that. Did he remix himself? He did, yes, it's just titled confusing. Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm sure you will find something, Tarok. They are offering really cool stuff. Again, if you wanna have like a lively intro, then just go with the dance remixes. Or if you wanna have chill and funk and stuff, go with the Emotep remixes. Emotep is also working on another remix. I don't know if I can say it, but yeah, it's gonna be cool. I have car screen for tea time because I really slept at mint. I will be right back with you. Yes, Dad. Emotep is working on a Regretful Victim remix. I've been addicted for this track for long. Yeah. Every time it was running on stream, he's like, "Oh my god, that guitar! Oh my god!" And yeah, now he's working on a remix, and it's insane. It's going insane, especially towards the end. But yeah, I've always really enjoyed remixes. So that is also remixing stuff, existing stuff. Is also the reason how I taught myself how to make music, because it's a really good way to learn how to make music, because you need to try to understand the original song and how it is structured and how how the mood goes and whatever, and then just play around with it and put it back together in a different shape and form, and it just teaches you so much. Remixing is so good, man. Where can I hear a snippet? I mean, I can play a snippet, but I'm not sure if Emotep wants that at the moment. Maybe we'll just play it when it's done. You wanna hear one of my oldest songs, which I only did with samples? I mean, sure. That was my best song so far. I leave that to you. I'm just gonna... Oh. Ah, there it is. Okay, I'm just gonna play the first 10 seconds or whatever. This is Regretful Victim Remix. Distortion. Oh, maybe the maybe the problem is that it's taking it wrong. Yeah. Reverb makes everything better. Dude. I cannot get over how good this sounds. Oh yeah, this is the teaser for you guys. That's it. The rest will be revealed another time. Which door is he using? He's using the Create Gold door. Just press new and it will instantly generate gold. We are listening to Tarok. All of my neighbors are listening to this now. Well, it was just a teaser. The rest will come later. It's 4 minutes long, and it's only getting crazy from this point on. Thanks, guys. I work a lot in Ableton. Okay, going for the Tina. I have to live there. Yep, that's what we do around here. We're the hype station. What's Ableton? One of the popular DAWs out there. There you go. This is Ableton. A lot of professionals are using it, so if somebody's using it, it's probably a professional. And there is a guy. He's called Virtual Riot, and I think he makes Ableton stuff, right? I think it's Ableton. Really cool stuff. It's almost scientific stuff. Is that Ableton? let me see. Is that Ableton, guys? I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, yes it is. Okay. There you go. Virtual Riot is really good. Yeah. I watch VR often. Nice. All right. I mean, you seem to have a cool sequence going on there. His body rhythm song is so fire, indeed. Yeah, I remember that one. So I guess the guitar is a sample, right? The drums are samples. Yeah, it has song structure. It has a nice build-up and stuff. Everything. All right. Again, I really like working with samples. That's how I started. So I still work with samples. Samples are everything. You just gotta use them in a way where it's not obvious. Or where people are not sure. Wait, is this a sample or? Yeah. Absolutely. There's just something about using a sample and making it your own. It's just really, really exciting and cool. Unless you're stealing it. You gotta steal like an artist. you just steal and then you don't tell anybody. It's so funny because in my old songs, and don't tell anybody, right? But in my old songs, I'm using some samples, but I cut out the kicks and snares from existing songs, and basically made my own drum samples using that. And I think it was Kovi. He reached out to me after like 20 years and whatever, and he said, "Hey, in this one song, did you use drums from Marilyn Manson?" I'm like, "Yeah, but don't tell anybody." Is this song streaming? No, I don't have any songs on Spotify. I don't even know how I put it in here. I'm there, yeah. You could upload it to SoundCloud, yeah. The last songs I made, I tried not to use any samples. Yeah, I mean, it can work. The only thing that I use is of the VST plugins for synths and stuff. And for drums, I still use bought drum samples and stuff because I don't know, it's just very high quality and I can still slice up the drums to fit however I want them to fit. So I still use a lot of samples. I cannot make my own drum sounds. I don't want to make my own drum sounds. There are already enough drum sounds out there. Just cherry pick. Not caught, not a thief. A Russian proverb. Wow. Sounds like fun. Is there like a free software that you can use without any hardware to make some simple songs? Sort of trying to make a song for a game just for fun, nothing serious. You can check out Reaper. Reaper is really cool. It's free. Even if you want to buy it, it's only a one-time payment. And a lot of the really important or really popular VST plugins work for it, so you can just use MIDI directly inside of Reaper to make melodies and stuff, so you don't need any hardware or whatever. Just use Reaper and you can download free piano plugins, free bass plugins, orchestra plugins. There's a lot of free stuff out there if you know where to look. If you just, I mean, there are entire Reddit threads just dedicated to free VST plugins. But yeah, I would recommend Reaper if you wanna have a free variant. I showed Reaper to another game dev friend, and I think it was quite intuitive. He actually was able to make a little remix and stuff. So yeah. Reaper is really cool. And I actually know somebody who is using it professionally. CF3. There we go. This was made entirely in Reaper. A lot of links today. I hope you hope you caught up. I'll check it out. I think I remember the name from old times. Yeah. No, Reaper is really good. And yeah, this guy is currently working for Treepang 2. Right, and the guy who made the soundtrack is using Reaper. A very good friend of mine. Reaper +++ composed my first orchestra sounding tunes in there, dug really deep into it. Yeah, cool. No, Reaper is really nice. I really like it. But it's not my door. Okay. Can we find where this is set? Hello. Let's see if Hello is being fired after the Unity reload. Oh, we have new bug reports. Oh no. Alright. We check it out after the stream. But it seems like, so far, after going through a list, it seems like everything is, not everything, but most of it should be possible within the next 2 weeks. Because I wanna release the update in next week, end of next week sometimes. Yeah, maybe Wednesday or maybe Friday, we will see. But yeah. And then, you know what they say? After the update is before the update. So there's always going to be a next one. Alright, let me see. Return to title. I'm gonna reset this again. Then I'm gonna continue. No, we will just start. Okay, I'm gonna take a nap. If the stream is over before I'm back, I wish you all a fun stream and a great day, evening, night. I wish you a pleasant nap, teabag, and keep slapping that mint. We should have that as a podcast slogan. Whenever I'm gonna do another podcast with Chirpy, this is gonna be the slogan. Keep slapping that mint. Okay, let me see. Is it gonna happen? No. Ah, the reason is... Ah, there it is. Okay. It is 2 separate tips. Ah, okay. Wait a minute. I'm gonna take care of that. I still have some dried mint. Maybe I'll hog. As long as you're not doing it in a talk to a podcast, then I guess it will be fine. Or maybe it's time for a nap, to be honest. Okay, transform position. It is having an X existential crisis minus 1F. So that should be better. Okay, and player health bar. Minus 1F. It should be enough, but we will see. See you, Macabro. So when do you have the next possibility of doing another gig, Renderpunk? Not with the EP or whatever, but in general. When is the next Renderpunk gig? I'm gonna return the title, profile, reset it, reset the spaghetti. I'm gonna play a run. Here's a little spoiler or sneak peek. I got the preliminary takes by my voice actor today. And I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool. I think the arrow is positioned correct. Oh, okay. It needs to be a little bit further up. So I will say 0.575. Player despair bar. Minus 0.75. Next render gig can happen in about 3 or 4 weeks time. This venue is quite chill and they invited me to play more. Alright. Alright. But yeah, definitely fascinating story. The band that came late, so they never played, right? Did you ever see them after the gig, or did they just never show up? Alright, this is fine now. Alright, that's good. Playing increases despair, yes. Very nice. Do I get another arrow? I think after this, right? Oh. Yeah, okay, these arrows are fine. Good. So that is fixed. A big plus. During rest, holding tilted for faith in the space misplaced. Probably the same reason. But rest is a hack. It's definitely a hack. If I want to fix the pause menu during rest, I believe I have to do some refactoring. But we will see. There we go. That is definitely misplaced, yes. That is definitely misplaced. Gold and the other one seems fine. Even though it's not perfect. Not at all. But yeah. The band that came late showed up and were playing fifth, I think. I can't remember. Ah, okay. I remember being invited with my former crew to the opening of some clothing store by a friend of ours who's a DJ. Full of people, but nobody cared about the music. That was equally bad. No. Okay. Let me see. I guess this is show hard. Despair, right? We fixed that. Let's move it. Nothing here, right? These experiences are necessary too, I think. I had some far shows after that. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I wish they weren't, but apparently it's part of it. Apparently it's part of it. We can be, from a spiritual point of view, it is the universe testing your resolve. It's like, oh, you really want to do that? All right, show me that you really want to do that. First of all, I'm gonna let you fail a bunch of times, and after maybe the fourth or fifth time, I'm like, okay, yeah, you've shown your true self. I guess you're ready now. The way, the reason I would like to think that is that whenever something bad happens, it's like, ah, yeah, okay. It's not because I did something wrong or whatever. It's just, you know, it's just what it is. Somebody is testing my resolve. And boy, do I have resolve. I'm all resolved. 100%. 100% resolved. Hard despair. Oh, this is the offset. So I guess it needs to... Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I guess I can also try minus 0.75, but I don't think that's gonna work here. We will see. I might have to check if the camera is pointing up or not. Tell me more about your former crew. Tell me more. All right. So what does it look like now? It's definitely not improved. What happens if we go back? Okay, it's definitely too far down. All right. So what we need to do is we're gonna leave it at that. And we're gonna check if is looking, no, is death. Death? Looking at death, there it is. We're gonna set the offset to something entirely different. Can you write to me on Discord? I'm not able to find you there. Oh. If I'm looking at death, I think it needs to be further down, and also the C needs to be minus, or maybe plus. We will see. I'm just gonna add +2 or -2. Wait a minute. The offset is it added or yeah, it's added, okay. That means -2 is correct. Let's see. And we're gonna do the same for death, despair. And then it should work. We're at least gonna take a look at what the proper solution would be, and then we can, if we're looking at death, we can fine tune it. Do I have to play matchmaker with you guys? Do I have to put you in a room together? Is that it? Is that what's gonna happen? Do I have to make a room with you too? Yeah, please do. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna open a room. Invite. Wait a minute. Add friends to DM. Wait a minute, network agent, where the hell are you? He's like, he made it really hard to do so. Okay, there we go. What the fuck? What? Why can I not search for you? What is going on? If I enter your name, you're not in the list? Okay, you're already in the list. Okay, yeah, you should find each other now. And I will leave the room. Then you can do whatever you want, alright? I just shipped 2 characters of chat.
Don't be a fool.
Alright. I'm trying not to be. Alright, and now kiss. Okay, what does it look like now? No, this is definitely too far away. That is way too far away. Let me see. Give me that tooltip. 7, 14. So this is what it was, right? I'm gonna say plus. Okay, that's good. +1 on the Y. What happens with +2 on the Y? Yeah, let's take +2 on the Y. +2 on the Y, and also maybe +2 on the Z, if that's correct. Oh. Maybe. I mean, no, it's not fine. So we did get +2, right? So let's add another 0.5. No. I feel like the header is above it. Okay, let me redo that. undo that. So I'm gonna say +2 here. What about +4? So we have +4 on the z-axis. And then I'm gonna say +2 on the x. So it's gonna be 5. And +1. Dang it. +1 on the on the y. +1 on this. No, that's not it. -1. Then it's then it's behind it. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Alright, so where were we? We're trying to fix the alignment of this. The devil is in the details. Full focus now? Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's log in. So I guess it's +1 on the C. Another one. No, -1. 13. Okay. Let's put it back. Let's add a +5 is 0.8. Okay. What is that? No, that's -3.5. Okay, I'm just gonna try that and see where we are right now with that. Might just be completely off the rails. What is happening here? Oh. What happened? Okay. Never mind. Continue. Let's open up the good old rest site and move my mouse over that. It is completely gone from where I wanted it to be. Let me... oh no. Was it the other way around? Okay, let's see. We're almost there. I think we're almost there. Let me open this. Okay, yeah. I will try. What is the X? That needs to be minus 4. So what was that? Another minus 2, right? Okay. Minus 2. So that's 3. And then we have a Y. That doesn't really help. I'm gonna move to the C. Minus 1 is 9. That's not true. I'm just gonna put it to 12. Okay, so what was that? It's another minus 2. Just no lighting effects on the side. Yeah, there's a little bit of a light going on there. Minus 2, so I guess it's 1. Let's try it out. Can light sway like a lamp? It probably can, yeah. The reason I'm being so vague is because I looked at the whole game with Jack. I think, yeah, last Thursday, and this is one of the scenes that we want to improve. So we have plans to make this better. No, it's not about the effort. It's because I've already spoken to this about this with Jack, and he has plans for this scene. Let's put it that way. Otherwise, I would try the stuff that you guys are saying, but I already have somebody on it. Somebody's already on it. I guess this is fine. Yeah, I need to work on the hover anyway. But the positioning is now better, much better. Oh, wait a minute. I was not in the... Okay, yeah, no, it works. This does not work. Let me see. Oh, it needs to be different. Aha. Well, I can try to make it different. Let me see. I'm gonna say -1. No, wrong direction. +1, that's too much. Damn it. What about plus? No, that's the wrong direction. I need -0.3. That's it. So for faith, I'm gonna say this. Okay. Whew. It always says sent on top, so yeah, anyway. Let's go with that. Did you guys hear the news that some game companies, the stocks of some game companies have fallen because of what Google is doing? Apparently what is it called? Genie. Apparently the Genie is scaring investors because they think like, oh my god, people cannot generate their own Mario games. Let me see the... I'm gonna show you. I saw this video by Yongye. I mean, he's always farming Twitter and stuff, which I find hilarious. This guy basically lives on Twitter. But there's some really interesting stuff. You can apparently generate Zelda and stuff. This was entirely generated, and it is just crap. You know, that is the gist of it. It is creating crap. Even when when you can tell it to generate Dark Souls. But I mean, it's like... But yeah, the investors are scared by this because they're like, oh my god, we don't need game developers anymore. We don't need game developers anymore? What? And somewhere there's also a Mario clone or whatever. But yeah, they're generating the craziest shit. Real-time GPS full functional with no game engine. Cells in a human body. Oh my god. Robot, a video game. I'm playing as a tire. Gemini, heard about that. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the technology of it is really amazing, I would say, but you can run around as a sock. Yay, that's what I always wanted. Paint my kitchen, I guess. I don't know. This one was really strange where you play as a fish. I mean, it works, right? But to me, it always reminds me a little bit of what Sony was doing with the remote play or whatever it was called, where you could play PS3 games or even like PS4 games, I don't know, remotely on a mobile phone or on I think PS Vita and stuff. But the lag was always terrible, and it's like that's not how anybody wants to play games, right? And this technology, I think, will always have lag. It's just maybe at some point it won't, but this is not a game, right? Yongye also says this. This is not a game. It's just, I don't know, interactable movie, which sounds kind of like a video game. It's maybe the definition of a video game, but yeah, who asked for all this? I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, the Yongye is actually pointing it out. It's why are we doing that? Why are we wasting so many resources and stuff on this result, where the end result is just bad? Why are we doing that? But I also find it hilarious that investors are, oh my god, no, let's drop all of the stocks from game companies. Google cannot generate Super Mario 64. Oh my god. Uncreative people can feel creative and lazy people can feel productive. Maybe, yeah. Okay, what you're saying actually makes sense because it is selling them the fantasy. It's basically what you're doing, right? That is usually when you have a good product, is when you can sell the fantasy to somebody. It's when Thomas Brush sells you the full-time game dev course. Yes, there's maybe some valuable information in there, but he mainly sells you the dream. the fact that when you buy it, it almost makes you feel like you're already a full-time game developer. I'm not saying the course is bad or whatever. It's just when you sell somebody a dream, it can work. It can give you revenue. And if you look at it, like everything is selling a dream, even if just a game that is playing in the Middle Ages or whatever, it is selling you the dream of being a peasant in the Middle Ages or whatever, like having a kind of a survival game going on. So yeah, if this is what people want, for example, generative images, right? It is selling you the dream of being an artist. You are not actually an artist. It's just selling you the dream, or the nightmare in this case. And people don't realize that it's not doing them any good. It would do them much better if they just sat down every day and draw. But no. But yeah, this genie thing, the genie is definitely out of the bottle, I would say, but for how long? I would say this is fixed now. Yeah. The hover is fixed. What else do we have? There's of course still a problem with the other buttons, but that is for a separate task. Yeah, this one. Clicking, okay. I will... During rest, clicking on settings throws you back into the event selection screen instead of opening settings, allowing you to skip resting. Weird. First of all, you were always allowed to skip resting. You could always press escape or right click with your mouse. And that is because I want people to actually be able to check the map. For example, if you're in here and you're like, I'm not really sure what the next thing is going to be. I want to check the map, then you can do so. But the funny thing about this is there is a reason why you cannot open the settings here. If I open the settings here, let me just show you the pause screen. I'm gonna quit the pause screen. I'm gonna go back to death right here. Do you see how death is being displayed? Like this is the normal view, right? So the camera is actually looking upwards. But now I'm gonna activate the pause menu again. The pause menu is right here. Can I focus on this? The pause menu is here. So if you... the pause menu is always facing this part. So the fact that the camera is pointing upwards is making it impossible for the pause menu to appear. There are ways how I can solve this. Is he always there? Yes, he is. You are sitting at the table with death. He's always there. I mean, to be fair, I do deactivate his model when you're not looking at him. So if you look up, he's gone. But he is always there. There he is. So originally, the camera was actually panning up. Every time you went into rest, it was always panning up like this, right? The problem is it got old really fast. Like it even was a bit motion sickness inducing. I don't know why. The field of view is probably the reason, even though I think it's relatively high. But yeah, so I decided to just blend it. But it is actually supposed to move up. The only time that is actually doing it is when you start the run. When you start a regular journal entry, then you will see death here. And at the end of the cutscene, you will see a pen down. It's just really fast. There it is. That is the only time I'm actually showing the pen, because every time I did it on the rest, it just felt so disorienting. So I just made it a fade. I think it was a good decision. But yeah. But yeah, I was actually. Can you do that still? Yeah. You can pen it manually. But do you see it? It is. I almost get immediately motion sick. It is not a good motion, so I'm not gonna do it again. I think there's a lot. Yeah, I know, but and I tried to have the potential because it is like inscription stuff, but I don't think it's good. I don't think it works. It is actually throwing you out of the game. It's what I think. But yeah. So I spent a lot of time to make this pen possible, and now I'm not using it. Like originally, Death was just behind the map. I was disabling the entire map so you can see Death in this view, right? But I spent like at least a week or whatever to make this pen possible, and now it just, yeah, it's not good. But that is what it is. Not matching one other sheep's vision. I mean, the vision originally was that you can pen up like inscription, right? But yeah, it just, even inscription, if you're not playing inscription yourself, it can also be motion sickness inducing, right? And I just want this game to be as, in terms of camera effects and stuff, I want it to be as accessible as possible. So not a lot of camera movements, no screen shake, nothing like that. I just want it to be a chill experience with the focus on card playing. So yeah, that's what I decided to do. There's a lot going on in the description, you're right, yeah. Again, it works for inscription. Some people I think still say that inscription causes them motion sickness. And yeah, I just wanted to go the super safe route. And I even don't think that's that necessary. There is a point where, let me just go back again. There is a point where when you, for example, have 2 or 3 rest sites, one after another, then it's almost like penning up, make a selection, penning down, and then go to the next rest site, penning up, do a selection, penning down. It is kind of tiring. You get really sick of the effect almost immediately. So yeah, that's why I decided to make a fade. It's a bit much indeed, yeah. Again, it can work for other games, but for some reason it just didn't work for this one. Again, here's the rest side. It would pen up again, and the benefit of this is that you are also faster in the screen, right? You can almost immediately click it. But yeah, that's that. That's that topic. But in regards to the settings menu, there is an option there is a way to solve this, and it requires me to put the pause menu into what is it called? I think it's just a canvas that is on the screen space. So basically what I'm doing with the new battle log is what I also need to do for the pause menu. We have this here, and if you scroll out, you can see the battle log. It is a giant canvas that is projected onto the screen. This is usually how HUDs work in Unity. You have this giant ass canvas and an itsy bitsy tiny game. That is how it is. But yeah, so for now we have to just live with that. The fact that pressing settings on the rest side does not actually put you there. It is what it is. I will find a way, I'm sure, at some point. Yeah. Okay. Hovering over face in the span side of inventory could place tools here. What? Oh, okay. Hovering on face in the spare inside of the inventory, place tooltips here for some reason. Ah, I seem to remember, yeah. Can the settings at least not be clickable when hoverable? Oh, you mean the button in the upper right? Let me see. Okay, I click on that. I'm turning on the audio so I can hear what you mean. Oh, I think that's just the regular click sound, but yeah. That is the regular click sound. If you open the pause menu here, it sounds like this. But that is just the regular button sound. So you can even hear it when you just press here. That's the same sound you hear when you click here. The only thing that I'm thinking of is I can maybe disable this here and just not show it or whatever. I don't know. The proper solution is to make the pause menu work just everywhere and just glued to a face the entire time, no matter where you look. That's the proper solution. So I'm not gonna add any new workarounds or whatever. I'm just gonna work on a proper solution. No, that's fine. You reported on it, and that's what matters. Opening setting removes the red and blue filling. Oh yeah, that's another one of these. Actually, now that I think about it, this may be possible now. So the reason I'm doing that is because originally I didn't have a separate layer, but that might not be the issue anymore. Yeah, I think I can just display them now. I'm gonna explain what was the reason here. Even if you don't want to know. So what happens here is that this opens up a new pop-up, right? And it is just another layer. This is the background. It's called white. You see it here, it's called white, but this is actually black, okay? It's let's not worry about that. But the fact that it is put above of these used to be a problem because it didn't have its own sorting layer, but now it does have its own sorting layer. So I think I can just not disable them. And originally, when I didn't disable those, the red and actually in the previous version they were beige, like the progress bars. They would appear in front of the black background. So this is why I had to disable them. But now they have their own separate layers. I think I can just remove the code. Let me see. Open pause or pause game, I think. Pause. Hello. That might be in the Universe Master. Universe Master, there it is. Pause game. Adjust pause screen. Increase total times paused. Reset visible. Okay, check visible menu items. That's not it. Wow. There's a find object of type. That is ancient code. I think this is from 2020 or whatever. Let me search for something. Is Fullbox streaming today? Because Fullbox released the demo today. Yeah. Why is he not streaming? What the hell? Okay, I'm still gonna shout it out. This is Scope Creep by Fullbox. And he's another streamer on Twitch. On Twitch here. And I think it's a really cool game. You definitely have to check it out. The demo released today. And I'm gonna shout out Fullbox again. If you wanna see a game dev in a box, definitely check out his streams. Okay. I thought he was streaming today. I mean, he was earlier, but apparently that was enough. That was all the energy he had today. Just released the demo and ran away. I mean, that's fair. Okay. Let's see. Somewhere we should have the two sprites here. Player Faith. And I just want to repeat that the things that you find RenderPunk are really, really important. And yeah, thanks for doing all of the QA stuff. And every time I explain something why it's not as easy or whatever, that is nothing against you finding these things, but it's just I'm trying to show why things are the way they are. And usually it's because of a workaround or whatever. The gameplay looks confusing. I think it's very interesting. It's very almost like a rhythm game or whatever. And I kind of like the style and the way you upgrade. The main thing that I really like about the game is all of the transitions, where it's the upgrade tree and then it goes back to the regular game, but it's also is part of the main menu. It's just really cool. Circle bar, barlight mask. I'm wondering what I disabled actually there. Okay, pause game. Find object type. That's crazy, dude. Adjust pause screen. Show when run. That's not it. Initialize pause screen. Maybe it's here. Close all pop-ups. No. Is it? Dude, what the fuck? Component chat. Yeah, this is old code. This is prehistoric. Hide pause screen. I mean, somewhere there should be an option, a function where it's being re-enabled, right? Hide feedback text. Oh, maybe it's here? No. Toggle hard. That's not it. I'm in card manager, yes. Okay. Let me find player despair. Player despair bar, that might be it. But it's no, that's a new one. Show gain value? No. Set value, shake it a bit, shake. That's interesting. I don't know where this gets hidden. What else can I find? We can actually check which part is actually disabled. That might give us a clue. Give us a clue, Unity. Okay, going back to the pause item, pause menu. So who of you is disabled? That sounds wrong. Health bar, bar light mask. Okay, the bar light is disabled. Deactivated. Okay. Where's the referenced? Bar light. In here. Alright, I assume that maybe it's in the orb. CS. Allerweise suchen. Welcome back. Clunity. No. George Clunity. Okay, there it is. There it is. Oh my god, it's in fixed update. Ah, that's not good. Okay, we're gonna just remove that. Ew. Disgusting. Oh my god. You know how you see code from yours from 6 years ago and it makes you real? There was also a nice thing I wanted to bring up in regards to menus. It's the use of OK as a confirmation action. I have not yet totally understood what irks me about it. Okay. Okay, it works! Yay! Since I introduced the new separate pause menu layer, I can now just enable or keep the health bar enabled. Nice. That was a good one, Renderpunk. A good shout out. Yes. Sheesh. I don't know, but aren't other games also doing it? I thought everybody is using OK as a confirmation. But maybe you don't like the sound of it because it sounds kind of like okay. Okay. Let me look at status bar. I don't think they have an OK button. I think they have confirm or whatever. Maybe you should try out stuff like That is really good. It's like, I guess. I guess. I mean, in this case, they have back. Embark. Let's go into a run. You had that for half quick, that's true. We have save and quit, we have return. But I guess maybe it's just a throwback to half quick. It's just like, okay. Let me see. I do have a return, so I could just edit. Return to time. There it is. Options return. Yeah, I do have the return here because it is here, and it is. Here it says okay. See here, I could also say return, right? Actually, not a bad idea. What do you think? Instead of okay, I can just say return. I mean, I kind of like the okay, but whatever is perfect. Yes, that would fit. All right. Can just say. Let's see what it looks like. I guess. Totally. Why is it not centered? Why are you not centered, Mr. Button? That's the real question. I have continue too, yes. Continue. So in this case, continue doesn't make sense. Wait a minute. Continue would make sense here actually, because return. So here it should say return, and here it should say continue. Oh, it does actually. No. That was an option. Okay, return, and then continue. Continue is actually here. Yeah. Here it actually says continue. Here it needs to be return, and here it could also be return. So we have return, return. Yeah. Thought so. Wait a minute. Did you see the what is it called? I always forget the name of them. There's a theater group which is called Viva la Dirt League. And they recently had a video about intimidation. There it is. Did you just reference the teabag, or was that a coincidence? This is really cool. I'm gonna just link it to you guys. Just confused the players. Continue. Will be back to game is pause menu and stuff. Yeah. If this was half quick, I would just randomize the string every time you open the pause menu. And maybe I would even randomize the sorting order of the buttons. Then it's like, wait a minute, wasn't video at top last time? Oh, now it's at the bottom, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'm going crazy. I would just gaslight the player all the time. I think coincidence. Okay, yeah, that's a good skit. You what, mate? You should teach statistic game design somewhere. It's just exactly the opposite of what you're taught. Graphics? No graphics. Rewards? No rewards. Actually, that's not true. Getting to a new trap is kind of a reward in and of itself. Yeah. What was I doing? Oh yeah, the continue button. Yeah, let's see. Return. That's a lot of OKs. Have the player chase the save button for at least 30 seconds, yeah. You have to spend gold to save your current run. I mean, that sounds kind of cool, to be honest. That sounds kind of cool. Sounds a little bit like Resident Evil with the tapes and stuff. Okay. All right. Let's go into the prefabs. F5 is for quick load, F9 is toggle full screen, tab is quick save. Oh my god. Tab, which is F9 is toggle full screen. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things that you can do to screw with the player. That's true. One of the original ideas for Facing Despair was when despair is high, there would be a lot of fourth wall breaking stuff happening. For example, I don't know, blue screen or a lot of weird shit, you know, and moving the buttons around and whatever. Like a lot of this stuff could happen, but it's just not fun. It's just not fun. If you see an effect like that once, then it's maybe hilarious, but it's not even hilarious when you're currently losing. So if despair is high, the frustration is already high, so I kind of don't want to do that. Again, if this was half quick, I wouldn't care. But, you know. Do you really want to reset your progress? Okay. Okay is okay. But yeah, we can change it to confirm. You know, there is no doubt I am the best, much better than the rest, now and forever. Everything I touch turns into gold. Continue should be resume game. No. Options. Okay. I think okay should just be bust. That's what it should be. Bust. That is universal for this is okay. Just bust. When's the next Task Sheep album? We might have a Task Sheep album, but there's no less anymore, I'm afraid. Some menus actually are confusing, don't remember 100%. But was some like want to abort the mission, abort, continue, abort was abort. The abort, continue was abort the mission. I also have a perfect ID for the tier 2 and what is that? What the hell is that? What kind of cursed image did you send me? I have no idea what this is. But yeah, we kinda, I mean, the Hammer editor icons? That's not what Hammer looked like. Also, no, wait a minute. I didn't have the icons. Yeah, that's probably it. I didn't have the icons. I was doing Hammer hardcore mode. But yeah, he's nothing to apologize. I'm actually kind of curious. Are these from the new Hammer or were they already available for Half-Life 1? Because I don't seem to remember any of those. Oh yeah, it's Source. It says in the title. Source. I never worked with the Source Hammer editor. Never did. Might have looked at it once, but who is that guy? Who is that guy? Oh man, multi-source. Malta manager. Oh my god. Malt counter. You know what? This is actually a good one. This is a good one. The counting sheep. Did Goldstars Hammer have info player start? Yes, it had it, yes. But there were no icons. If you have Hammer opening, if you have Hammer open for a map or whatever, actually, do I have it here? I don't think I do. Let me see. No, I don't think I have it on this PC. Anyway. But yeah. You are light aim personally? Okay. Manager. AI sound. Ew. Shake is a really good one. I remember that it didn't have icons from by default, but you could add some icons, I think. You could make it so that the models that you were using were actually displayed in the scene, but it was not on by default. I don't think so. Game end. Game text. Alright. We had a lot of progress today. I think we almost got to the end of it. There's a lot of planning that I still need to do for these to solve all of them or most of them. We will see. It's not that easy, unfortunately. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out with me today. We're going to raid somebody today. He's called Strom. He's working on a game and he's making it in 30 days. I think that's really exciting. So we're gonna check it out. But yeah, I will see you again on Wednesday. And until then, have a nice start into the week. See you.